to you today about applying to universities in the United States, and also about the three universities and the English program at the three universities. One thing that people sometimes don't know is that admissions offices in the United States may work differently than the admissions offices in your country. And so they're certainly going to take into consideration grades and test scores and all of those things you know very well. But they're also going to look at some other factors that are important to the universities. Admissions offices at universities want to know what you will bring to the university. And one of the ways they understand that is to find out what you do outside of class. And that is given a great deal of importance. They like to see students who have a strong commitment to something outside of class. It can be one of many, many different things. It can be a sport that you're dedicated to and that you work at improving yourself at a lot of the time. It can be a sport where you're a leader. It can be an artistic endeavor where you are practicing ballet or painting or some other artistic field. It could be a commitment to a community service activity that you devote a lot of time to and that is important to you. So it's very important to be sure to let universities know what your life is like outside of the classroom, because that's very important to the universities. And one of the ways you can do that is by your essay, your personal statement that you will submit along with your application. That is your opportunity to really talk about yourself and your accomplishments and what is important to you. And when you do that personal essay, don't leave it for the last minute where you have to rush through it and send in something that you're not particularly happy with. It's much better if you can do it far in advance and then have someone else look at it, someone whose judgment you consider good and who knows you well. It could be a teacher or a friend, someone who will be honest with you about what they think about the essay. They definitely should not rewrite the essay for you. That's not what's supposed to happen. But they can give you some ideas as to whether the essay really conveys the person that they know. Other things I think that are important to know are that a growing number of institutions in the United States are granting some scholarships to international students. But those scholarships are what we call merit-based. They are based on your accomplishments in your country, the grades that you have achieved, the test scores that you have achieved, and whether you have really done everything you could to take the most challenging courses that were available to you in your country. They like to see students who challenge themselves. And so that's another area that is very important to university admissions officers. I'd like to go on now and talk to you a little bit about the universities in the American Consortium of Universities, because they offer you some very interesting options. So this is the American Consortium of Universities, and it is made up of 3 universities and the Interlink Intensive English Program. And so 2 state universities, Indiana State University, located in the southern part of the state of Indiana, the University of North Carolina at Greensboro, located on the east coast of the United States, and Valparaiso, the private university, located in the northern part of the state of Indiana, 1 hour from the city of Chicago. Indiana State University is a comprehensive state university with programs at the undergraduate, master's, and doctoral levels. Popular degree programs include athletic training, business administration, criminology, communications, computer and electronic technology, gerontology, life sciences, ecology, microbiology, physiology, media technology, remote sensing, robotics, and technology management. It has 12,000 students, and it includes over 800 international students from 81 different countries. At Indiana State University, the College of Technology is doing some very exciting work in the use of mobile devices, your phones, but using them for new purposes, using them in medicine and in other areas that we haven't even thought of yet. So very exciting research going on there. And also in the peaceful use of drones, using drones for mapping, for delivery, and for other purposes. And here are some pictures of the Indiana State University campus. It's a lovely, large campus. And of course, all three universities do have housing on the campus for students who are going to live there. Usually the first year is required. Freshmen, undergraduates must live on campus. And then the next university is another state university, University of North Carolina at Greensboro. This one is a bit larger with almost 18,000 students. The university at Greensboro is a comprehensive university providing excellence in both undergraduate and graduate programs. And it is one of only 5 universities in the North Carolina educational system which has a chapter of Phi Beta Kappa, the nation's oldest honors society. The university offers bachelor's degrees in more than 100 majors, master's degrees in 68 academic subjects, and doctoral degrees in 18 areas of study. Majors include biotechnology, business, computer science, interior architecture, music, nursing, and tourism management. And the campus is conveniently located near the center of Greensboro, which has been rated as one of America's most outstanding mid-sized cities. And some pictures of the beautiful campus at University of North Carolina, Greensboro, where they're also doing research and exciting work in the nanosciences. Valparaiso University is the private university located in the northern part of the state of Indiana, 1 hour from Chicago, well known for its rigorous academic programs and strong support for international education. And the university has more than 60 liberal arts and professional programs, including law, and a student body of approximately 4,000 students. And Valpo offers 20 master's level programs and a doctoral of nursing practice. The diverse educational programs and enviable student-faculty ratio of only 13:1 create a stimulating and welcome learning environment for U.S. as well as international students. Again, only 1 hour from the exciting city of Chicago, Valparaiso is a unique residential community of 30,000, which retains a safe, friendly, small-town atmosphere. And Valpo is very well known for a number of areas, but particularly well known for the engineering majors, mechanical, electrical, and other engineering subjects. And pictures of the beautiful campus of Valparaiso University. And then I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Interlink, the wonderful language program on the campus of all 3 universities. So you can go to any one of the universities to have the Interlink program. This program has been designed and carefully developed over the years for academically qualified, serious students with small classes averaging 8 students, maximum of 12 students in a class. And qualified students in the advanced levels can take university courses for credit as they finish the intensive English program. While you're in the English program, you have access to all the university facilities and activities, assistance with conditional admission for qualified students, and assistance with housing and host families if you wish to live with the host family, and academic advising and university placement assistance. And this is the schedule of the Interlink program. It's divided into 6 different levels. When a student arrives, they take a placement test and are placed in the appropriate level for their level of English at that point in time. And again, in the advanced levels, they can begin to take university classes already. And you can see a typical day starts as early as 8 o'clock in the morning and goes all the way until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And costs of the English program average about $5,000 for a 9-week term, that includes all the expenses: tuition, living expenses, room and board, university fees, medical insurance, everything. And again, the instructional program is focused on what students learn, and that is what is taught in the program. And the skills that are acquired in one way only by doing them. And so swimmers, runners, and musicians improve their skills by swimming, running, and playing music. And in the same way, students become better readers, writers, and speakers of English by doing those things. Studying English and becoming fluent in the English language is a thinking process. And so the Interlink program helps to get you thinking in English as quickly as possible. Again, student-centered classes with experiential learning, a holistic environment that is needs-based and interactive and heuristic. And again, the student-centered classroom is one in which each individual is respected and the needs of students come first. The students, rather than the material to be taught, is the central focus. Individual learning styles and preferences are recognized, appreciated, and accommodated. And a student-centered classroom is not one in which students run wild and do whatever they wish, but one in which their welfare is the primary concern of the teachers, and in which they have, as Earl Stivik phrased it, primacy in a world of meaningful action. And again, experiential learning means that students learn by doing and through exposure to content-rich learning opportunities. So again, this is a program for some international students who have difficulty getting the required level of English in their country before they go on to study in the United States. And again, a holistic language class, each student is treated as a whole person, and the language is learned as a whole system and not a collection of isolated skills. And a needs-based class is one in which the learning agenda is not predetermined and planned in advance, but individualized and customized according to what students know and are able to do, understanding and what students need to make linguistic progress drives the class rather than a syllabus of content and information. And interactive classes are ones in which students are actively engaged and participate freely instead of listening passively to lectures or performing tasks devoid of authentic communication intent. So you will be speaking in class from day one in the Interlink program. And instructional program, again, heuristic learning is learning through discovery. It's characterized by students solving problems instead of digesting information fed by a teacher. Again, while you're in the English program, you have a choice of 3 different kinds of housing. You can live in the university dormitory on campus, or you can live in an apartment off campus, or you can live with an American family in a homestay, and the Interlink language program will help you with each of these alternatives. Interlink is accredited by CEA, which is an accrediting agency recognized by the U.S. Department of Education, and it is considered one of the best English programs in the United States. What you need to do to apply is very simple: a completed application form, which is available at interlink.edu on the web, an official copy of your high school or university grades, an official financial support statement from your bank, sponsor or guardian, certifying that you have at least $5,000 available for your first term at Interlink, and a $100 non-refundable application fee. If you plan to stay in the university residence hall, usually a room security deposit is required. That's the end of the Interlink presentation, but a couple of websites that I wanted to give you. which may be useful to you. The first one is from the United States government, from the Department of Education. It's called the College Navigator, and it lists a great deal of statistical information of every accredited university in the United States. So worth taking a look at as you consider which college you want to apply to. And the second one is the Money site, the one that has information about scholarships that are available for international students to study in the United States. It's called fundingusstudy.org, and it is operated by the Institute of International Education. And so that has a lot of information about different scholarships that are available from universities, from corporations, from foundations, from governments, from many different sources. Thank you very much for your attention, and good luck with your future education.